Why a higher Google ad budget will lead to a higher cost per conversion? What's happening there when ad budget is increased for a campaign? And what other strategies to take when you are raising ad budget? If you're using maximize conversions in PMax and you increase your Google Ads budget, your cost per conversion often goes up. That's how the system works. In this video, I'll explain why this happens, what's actually happening inside Google Ads algorithm, and what you should do if you want to raise your ad budget without losing control of your campaign. Hi, I'm Clarice Lin, the ROI Doctor. I help Shopify store owners double their revenue with profitable Google Ads. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you want to see how your own ads are performing, even before you're thinking about raising your ad budgets, I have a free resource for you, the 9-point diagnostics checklist called the Google Ads Pulse Check. It will tell you if you're attracting the right shoppers with your campaign or if you're just burning your money. Link can be found in the top right hand corner of the screen and also found in the description and pinned comments below. Let's dive into our topic for today. Now, I often get this question about why the cost per conversion often goes up when they are scaling up a campaign. And I want to use an analogy to help you understand what's happening with Google Ads. There is the basketball strategy. Think of your Google Ads conversion like taking basketball shots. With a small budget, Google knows exactly where to score. It focuses on the shots closest to the hoop, the ones easiest to make. These are your ready-to-buy customers. When you increase your budget, Google has to take shots from further away. And Google is less confident these shots will go in, but it takes them anyway to get more conversions for you. Some of these shots succeed, some don't. This explains why your cost per conversion goes up. Maximize conversions, this bidding strategy, always tries to score as many points as possible if you give it more budget. It doesn't care if the shots are harder. It just keeps going for the shots, which means giving you more clicks. And here's what's happening behind the scenes. At a lower budget, the algorithm only competes in auctions it knows are high probability. Your close shots, or the bottom of the funnel shots. As your budget increases, Google starts bidding in auctions it's less certain about. The further away shots, we're referring to people who are still in the researching phase, comparing options for different products or services, or need more proof. During this learning period, your cost per action, which is the CPA, can temporarily spike up because the system is figuring out which of these further shots are actually likely to convert into customers. Once Google identifies which of these shots actually work, it can then confidently improve your ad positions. Your ads start showing higher in the search results for the right customers. At the same time, because the algorithm has learned which audiences and search queries are most relevant, your ad relevance improves, goes up. More relevant ads mean Google can lower your cost per click as well while still winning conversions for you. The result? More conversions at more efficient cost, and your cost per conversion can finally settle back down. The temporary increase was just part of the system learning. It doesn't mean your campaign is broken. Now that we understand why CPA can rise when scaling, let's talk about what you can do to scale safely and get more conversions without losing control. Gradual budget increases. You start by increasing your budget slowly at about 10 to 20% at a time. Maximum 20%. This gives Google a chance to adjust without hurting your conversions. Think of it like a basketball player taking a slightly longer shot, a bit further away from the hoop. You want them to make it consistently before trying an even longer shot. If you increase your budget more than 20%, Google sends your campaign into learning mode and cost per conversion will spike up. Monitor the learning period. Whenever you try further away shots, your player needs practice. Google works the same way. Give it about 1 to 2 weeks to figure out which new customers will buy. Costs might rise a little at this time, but don't make any more changes to the campaign. If you make too many changes, you'll confuse the system and send the campaign back into learning mode, which could hurt the performance. Number 3, use target CPA to guide Google. Target CPA tells Google the score you want per shot. You start near your current cost per conversion or something a little higher. If you set the value too low, Google will simply stop showing your ads to those people because Google is not confident of getting you those conversions. Consider seasonality as well. A low CPA during peak season might not give you the same result in low season. During slower periods, fewer customers are ready to buy. So you may need to adjust your target to keep conversions coming. Number 4, focus on efficiency versus scale. When you increase your ad budget, you have to decide, do you want more conversions even if each one costs you more, or do you want to keep your cost per conversion low? Think of it like taking more shots versus making sure every shot counts. Sometimes it's better to focus on fewer, higher probability shots than to spend money chasing every possible long shot. Make this decision based on your business goals and the season. Number 5, optimize your ads. When you improve your ads, Google can show them to the right customers more often and at lower costs. Better ads mean clear product titles, helpful descriptions, headlines that match what users are searching for, eye-catching images, and ads that get more clicks. This helps Google get more people to actually buy your product instead of just clicking without converting. In other words, each dollar you spend is more likely to result in a real sale. Number 6, exclude low-performing products or locations. When you increase your ad budget, don't just spend more across everything in the campaign. You might want to review your product performance or location by region performance and see which of those regions or products are converting. If those that are not converting, exclude them. This keeps your budget focused on those best performing products and locations. And overall, it will keep your higher budgets more efficient, help Google to find more buyers more efficiently, and minimize your ad spend waste. Also, remember to adjust for seasonality. Don't put more money behind products or areas with low demand. Number 7, remember to review your search term report. When you're running PMax campaign, you want to look at your search terms report and see what type of search queries has Google been showing your campaign for. Sometimes Google is accurate, but other times it might not be, especially if you're increasing your budget. So this is the perfect time to be reviewing your budget on a regular basis and then excluding those search terms which you feel are irrelevant to your products or services. Even with all of these improvement options or suggestions I have recommended so far, there is a limit to how far you can push a single campaign. If your market is small or your competition changes, then increasing the budget continuously won't give the same results. At this point, your cost per conversion may rise and stay high because you're reaching fewer customers who are ready to buy. And that's not a problem with Google, it's just a natural limit of your market. Think of it like a store already serving all the customers in your neighborhood. Putting more money into the same campaign won't magically create new buyers. When you hit this limit, pause further budget increases. Focus on optimizing what you already have. Tweak your ads, improve your click-through rates, and make each ad spend dollar or pound more efficient, rather than forcing ad spend where it won't work. If you want to grow beyond this market, there is the option of creating new campaigns for untapped opportunities. This means creating new campaigns for different products, for new audiences, for regions where you haven't spent much money yet, or targeting those audience segments that your campaigns are not currently reaching. You can also consider trying out new different campaign types. For example, if you're running PMax, consider adding like a search campaign as well. In this way, you can reach new customers without wasting money on a limited audience. I have a video about the 7 Google Ads campaign types in 2026. You can check it out. Link in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And the other option you could consider is to run demand gen campaigns. Once your main campaigns are maxed out, you can explore demand gen campaigns. This focus on people who are not ready to buy yet but could become customers later. For example, you can show ads to people researching in your category, visiting your website, or engaging with similar products. This expands your potential market without wasting money on audiences that are not ready to buy today. The key takeaway here is don't just throw more budgets at your current campaigns. Start new campaigns in a controlled way, watch performance closely, and scale gradually. That way, you increase reach without losing efficiency. If you want to consider running Google Shopping campaigns instead of your current PMax, check out my video, The Best Bidding Strategy for Google Shopping Campaign, where I explain the best options. Link can be found in the top right-hand corner of the screen. If you need help to consistently scale your Google Ads campaigns so you can focus on running a business, get in touch at claricelyn.com. If you have any other questions about why a higher Google Ad budget leads to higher costs per conversion, drop them in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful and valuable, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future videos on how to double your Shopify store revenue with profitable Google Ads. I'm Claricelyn, the ROI Doctor, signing off. Till the next video, stay profitable.